Hello children, welcome back to your English classes. So children, in the last video, I explained you page number 7. I explained you 3 paragraphs of the chapter 1, 3 questions. So in the first video, what did we see? We saw that there was a certain king and he had 3 questions in his mind and he went out in search of these 3 questions. He wanted answers to these 3 questions. And what he did? He sent the messengers throughout his kingdom in search for the answers. And he also promised a reward, a huge amount of money to the one who would answer his questions correctly. That means if he is satisfied with that answer, he would reward that person with a promising sum of money. So this was what we saw in the last video. Now in today's session children, we are going to see that different as he sent messengers throughout his kingdom, not only to one place. He sent his messengers throughout the kingdom. So what happened? As he sent throughout the kingdom, people from all over the state had come to try their luck. The wise men had come to try their luck. They answered the question, but you would find in this session that the king was not satisfied with any of the answers, with any of the suggestions given by the wise men. So finally what he did? Finally the king decided that he would go to a hermit. Hermit means a saint. He thought that he is the one who would be able to answer his questions. So he made up his mind and he set out to ask whom children? To the hermit. Hermit means a saint. So are you all ready children? Okay. So all of you open page number 8. So children, first open page number 7. Last paragraph. The king should notice all that was going on, avoid foolish pleasures. Now what do you mean by pleasures? Pleasures means merrymaking. So underline children the word pleasures. You have to underline this word. So the king should notice. Notice means he should observe all that was going on, that was being carried on in the kingdom. And he should avoid foolish pleasures. Pleasures means I told you it's merrymaking. And children open, turn the page all of you, turn the page and always do whatever seemed necessary at that time. So what the king thought, what the wise men suggested, that he should observe that what was going on and then what seemed, what is necessary at that time he should take quick decision and he should do the work. So this was one of the wise men suggested. Now what others said? Yet others said that the king needed a council of wise men. So others said that the king should have a group of people who take advice, who give suggestions, who should advise the king what to be done by group discussion. So he should need a council of wise men who would help him act at the proper time. So जो time पे जो कुछ होता है, at that time only they should immediately they should call up for a meeting. They should come together in a group and they should discuss and give a suitable reply to the king. So this was what one of them suggested. This was because one man would find it impossible. So why they decided that the king should have a group of council members? Why? Because it is impossible that one person, one man decides the correct matter. So it's not necessary that immediately what decision is being taken by one man should be correct. It's not required. Isn't it? It's not necessary. There may be chances of giving wrong answers. So without help from others, the right time for every action. So one suggested that it is not possible that a one man decides correctly without taking any help from others and to do the right time at the proper time. So it's not it's not required, it can't be done. But then others said that there were some things which could be urgent. Now otherwise what they suggested, now there are some things that can be done immediately, urgently. Now these things could not wait for the decision of the council. So it's not like that if something happens, if any incident or accident takes place, it's not pre-planned one, isn't it? It may come anytime. It may occur anytime. So in that time, what happens? They can't call a group of council members and plan what has to be done. It is not possible, no children. So for that reason, what they said that there are some things which could be urgent. In some cases, we have to take quick decisions. We have to do immediate actions has to be done. So for that thing, these things could not wait for the decision of the council. So what to do? In order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future. So as we cannot plan out what has to be done, so what we have to do, if you have to decide the right time, when is the right time to do, we should ask who, that we should look into future. And who looks the future? Only magicians. Magicians can do that, because many people, if you want to see whether you have a good luck or bad luck in your future time, you go to magician and ask them, no, कि मेरा भविष्य कैसा होगा, अच्छा होगा, बुरा होगा. Some people ask that. So one wise man suggested that only magicians can do that, isn't it? So the king therefore, finally one wise man what he suggested, the king therefore would have to go to magician. So all forget everything. Finally, they decided that the king should go to the magician. Magician means one who foretells you. Underline so. Magician means one who tells you about the future, foretells. Okay, children. Moving on to the next paragraph. In their answers, to the second question, some said that the people most necessary to the king were his counselors, others said the priest. Now children, coming back to the first paragraph of the chapter, which was the second question that was being asked? Any guesses? Yes. Which people should he listen to? किसकी बात सुनना चाहिए? So what was the suggestion being given in answer to the second question? Some said that the people is the most necessary to the king. The public, the people, the layman are the most important people for the king. Some said the counselors are the important people for the king. And some said it was the priest, Pandit. A few others choose the doctors. Now, as the wise men, they all gathered in the kingdom and all had different suggestions. So, some said people, some said counselors, some said the priest, some said the doctors, and yet others also suggested that the soldiers were the most necessary. So, these were the answers that was being given by the wise men in reply to the second question. And what was the second question? Which people should we listen to? किसकी बात सुनना है हमें? So these are the answers what the king got. But was the king satisfied, children? Was the king satisfied? No, he was not at all satisfied. Now moving on. Now, which was the third question, children? What is the most important thing for him to do? What is the most important thing for the king to do? And in reply to that question, to the third question, some said science. Science is the most important thing that he has to do. Others choose fighting, and yet others religious worship. Now what do you mean by religious worship? Underline. Religious worship means an act that is being performed ritual. You know rituals. So this puja part हम करते हैं वो. So these are the some of the suggested answers that was being given by the wise men in reply to the third question. Understood, children? So, these all were the answers, suggestions that we have been given to the king. Now, let's see what happens. As the answers to his question were so different, all the answers were different, the king was not satisfied. See, clearly mentioned. The king was not satisfied and gave no reward. Why did the king give no reward? Was he satisfied? No. The king did not give any reward. So children, I have already explained you 4 paragraphs on from page number 8. Now these are the difficult words in which I have already explained you, but still I will repeat again. Pleasures. Pleasures I told you. Pleasures means merrymaking. Council. A group of people chosen by king to give advice. Urgent. Urgent means immediate, quick. Priest, holy men, pandit. Religious worship, an act of worship that has been carried on, puja part. So these are the 5 hard words what we saw in the 4 paragraphs what I have already explained. Okay children? So as your homework what you have to do is you have to read the chapter till where I have stopped explaining, till there you have to read the chapter. Carefully read the sentences properly, and if you have any doubt, you keep it underlined, and when I take your live class, you can clarify your doubts. Okay children? And write the underlined difficult words in your notebook. So these are the 2 things what you have to do as your homework. So all of you take care children. Bye.